Imagine a time when the sky wasn't the limit, but the starting line, when Cold War tensions turned blueprints into battlegrounds, and when pushing boundaries meant risking lives, literally. In this world, one aircraft promised to lead the way, faster, higher, and deadlier than anything before. This is the story of the Lockheed F-104 Starfighter, a marvel of design, a menace in flight, and a mystery in military aviation history. The sky turns red. 1950, Korean skies roar with the thunder of jet engines. The United States rules the air, until a silver dart arrives, the MiG-15. Small, fast, and deadly, it shatters American air superiority and changes everything. Suddenly, the Pentagon realizes, the future belongs to those who fly faster, much faster. Kelly's dream. Enter Clarence Kelly Johnson, the brilliant mind behind the U-2, the State Route 71, and now, something new. He asks, what if we stopped thinking like airplane designers, and started thinking like rocket engineers? In 1952, Kelly and his team at Lockheed Skunk Works designed the unthinkable, a jet fighter that flies higher than most can even breathe and faster than any gun can track. A fighter built not around firepower, but around speed. The blade takes shape. The XF-104 doesn't look like any plane before it. Its wings, tiny, barely longer than a sports car. Its fuselage, so slim it could pierce the air like a javelin. Its cockpit, squeezed between fuel tanks and a giant engine. Even its ejection seat had to fire downward, because there was no room above. Why so extreme? Because in the 1950s, flying at Mach 2 wasn't just rare, it was terrifying. Compressibility, structural heating, loss of control, all unknowns. This was aerospace science fiction made real. The first flight, March 1954, California's Edwards Air Force Base. The XF-104 takes to the skies. Even with an old British licensed J65 engine, it breaks the sound barrier without afterburner. But speed isn't everything. The plane is hard to control. It flutters. It yaws. It vibrates. Worse, both prototypes crash during testing. But Lockheed isn't done. Far from it. Enter the F-104A, 1958. A new engine, the General Electric J79, changes everything. With afterburner engaged, the F-104A slices through the stratosphere. Over 2,250 kilometers per hour. More than 100,000 feet of altitude. It smashes records. The press dubs it, the missile with a man in it. NASA takes notice. The F-104 becomes a flying laboratory. It supports missions like the X-15, rocket plane tests, and later, space shuttle training. A special version, NF-104A, even gets a rocket engine and reaction control systems to simulate spaceflight. Imagine, a jet, dancing on the edge of the atmosphere, steered not by air, but by gas thrusters like a spacecraft. A dangerous beauty, but beauty hides danger. The F-104's wings are so small they barely generate lift. Its landing speed, a heart-stopping 230 miles per hour. That's faster than some aircraft fly at cruising altitude. It needs long runways, high throttle at all times, and zero mistakes. You cannot glide this plane to safety. Cut power, and you fall. In the hands of test pilots, it's a thoroughbred. In the hands of average pilots, it's a loaded gun. The European invasion. As America moves on to newer aircraft, Lockheed sees another opportunity. Europe, Germany, Italy, Belgium, and others join the Starfighter Club. Over 2,000 units are built, many under license. The F-104G is heavier, tougher, and adapted for bombing missions. But here, the plane earns its dark nicknames. The crash rate skyrockets. In Germany alone, over 100 pilots die. The media calls it the Widowmaker. Investigations reveal training shortcuts, political pressure, even corruption. How could something so advanced become so feared? The final flame. By 1969, the U.S. phases the F-104 out of frontline service, but Europe keeps it flying. Germany, Belgium, The Netherlands. All eventually retire the jet by the 1980s. But Italy, they push on, with upgraded F-104S models flying until 2004. More than 50 years of service, from cutting edge to obsolete, and yet, always striking. Epilogue, Mr. Contradiction. The F-104 Starfighter is a contradiction in aluminum. A record breaker, a heartbreaker, a symbol of progress, a warning of ambition unchecked. A plane loved by engineers, and feared by its pilots. It taught us that in aviation, balance is everything. That speed alone can't win wars. That pushing the edge, sometimes pushes too far.